Hi! Welcome back to Adventures of the Kitchen Noodle. So today I'm gonna make a spin on spaghetti. So I have some pork that I marinated and I cut up, and I'm gonna saute some onions right now, and I'm gonna cook the pork in there, and then I'm gonna make a tomato, kind of like between like a Tuscan, you know how like you do the Tuscan chicken Alfredo is like tomato sauce with cream, so kind of like that. But I marinated my pork in some balsamic vinegar so it's not so tough. And then I'm gonna saute these onions up and some garlic, of course, lots of garlic. And I'm going to add my tomatoes. So today I have Italian style stewed tomatoes and some crushed tomatoes, and don't mind my beautiful fingernail polish. My daughter did it. She's so cute. So I'm gonna put a little bit of oil in this. So I just have some extra virgin olive oil. This would be so yummy. And then I have some garden noodles. Yeah, so I got some garden noodles from Walmart. So definitely practical. Some lettuce saute. And then I'm going to add the garlic after I brown the meat. Because with garlic, you definitely don't want it to be sauteing too long. So like about 30 seconds to bring out the flavor, otherwise it's burnt and it works as well. Marinated my pork in some balsamic vinegar. Super good. It is this one. So it's actually kind of sweet, which is perfect because it's spaghetti, and spaghetti can be kind of acidy. And I don't prefer to add sugar to my spaghetti, honestly. I feel like it makes it too sweet. So I'm gonna add this pork. Just what I got. Hi. All right. Yummy, 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 yummy. And I'm also gonna add some olives. I decided I like olives in my spaghetti. Some people don't. That's okay. You can take it or leave it. I also like to put other vegetables, but today I'm just doing what I have on hand. So I have my canned tomatoes, my olives, garlic, onions, my pork, and yeah, that's gonna be my base, and it's gonna be delicious. I know it is. And I'm gonna add cheese to it too. So after it's all sitting in here and mingled, I like to also put some basil, some parsley, salt and pepper. And I don't actually have like garlic powder, but sometimes I'll do that. So I just have this yummy garlic. So, and like I said, you don't want this to be in there too long sauteing, because then it would just burn it and it won't be that great. It's just throwing her toy on the floor. Okay, so now I have my pork here. Look at that. Looks delicious, right? And I'm gonna throw in my garlic. So we like a lot of garlic. Honestly, I measure with my heart, so put as much or as little as you like. Delicious. So I'm gonna put 2 big spoonfuls there and let this saute a little bit. And then I have some olives cut up, and I'm gonna throw those in with my tomato sauce. I never buy jarred tomato sauce. Honestly, it's so easy just to get some honestly, my favorite is grow your own tomatoes and chop up, make sauce, right? But it is not the time of year for that. And my plants were a little sad last year. So I have canned tomatoes that I just turn into my own spaghetti sauce. It's super easy. So I'm gonna put a little bit of salt and pepper. Remember, you can always add more, you can't take it away. So I always start out with, a little bit, and then you can add more as you go. I do like to put parsley in here, and basil, and oregano. So I do not have basil or parsley today, so I'm just cooking with what I have at home. So I'm gonna get the oregano in here, and then I will add the olives and tomatoes, and then I'm gonna let it mingle and let all the flavors combine, and then I will throw in pasta. Okay, so I have some oregano here, so I put a little bit in there already, and I actually ended up adding some paprika, some smoked paprika, which is delicious, and some dill weed. I haven't usually used it like in pasta before, but last time I did, and it was delicious. There's so many different herbs you can put in this. That just makes it so good. So I have my can of Italian stewed tomatoes, and then I'm gonna have a can of crushed tomatoes. So that will be delicious. And I already have my olives cut up on my cutting board. Here we go. Put this in there. Always wash your hands. Wash them, wash them, wash them. It's like the biggest thing. It's like people are like, oh, how do you not get sick? Or, you know, you don't get sick that often. Like, wash your hands. Wash your hands. Eat healthy, yummy, good food. Move your body. I mean, simple stuff. This is looking really good. Look at this. Doesn't that look delicious? It's looking really good. So I'm gonna let this mingle. I'm not gonna add any more tomatoes because I am also gonna add a little bit of cheese in half and half to do the creamy type of tomato sauce. If you've never done that, you should definitely try this recipe or something similar because it's actually super good. I think, like, why would you add that together? But it's really good. It's really good. And let this mingle. So when I add my cheese, I do a little bit at a time so I can really make sure it's mixing in really well. So I'm gonna do a handful. Maybe that's not little, but you know, I will probably put like, I'm thinking 2 handfuls. Depends, you know, how cheesy you want it. Oh yeah, this is looking good. Yeah, I think that looks good. So you could just add, you don't even have to add it if you don't want to. You can add to it more cheese or just have a little bit of cheese. And honestly, that's the great thing about cooking, right? Is that you get to create your own thing, your own masterpiece. So now I got some half and half. You can, honestly, you can do regular milk. We always buy whole milk, but you can put any type of cream that you want. So let's say you don't do dairy. You can put coconut milk in that. That'd be really good. I've actually made country gravy with coconut milk and it turned out, it was surprisingly yummy. So yummy. So you can substitute a lot of things. All right, so I am gonna let this mingle. I wanna show you guys how yummy this is looking, okay? So move my milk out of the way. I don't know how well you can see this. Look at this. That is looking delicious. So now I'll take a tiny bite of like the sauce, maybe a noodle, and see if it needs any spices, like seasoning. And my noodles are gonna absorb the flavor. I actually wanna add a little bit of garlic and salt, which will work out great. So I'm gonna splash a little bit of this in here. And the juice is fantastic because it's very flavorful. Usually, but it's not of season, I have garlic that I've grown. And then I cut it up and I put it in a jar with brine. So it is a vinegar and salt brine, and I will do a video on that. We just gotta have some garlic, bro. My garlic should be ready. They're already planted, but in the spring I'll have to start watering it. And by the end of September, yeah, about September, September, October, we'll be able to harvest. We always go to a garlic festival in the spring to plant. No, spring is more like, oh, is it harvesting? Yes, it's about harvesting. And then in October is when we replant it. I said that wrong, but that's okay. You get what I'm saying. So I added that in. That's gonna be delicious. You can do a lot of things. Like you could put some cooking wine in here or just regular white wine. It's just gonna be good. I'm gonna let it mingle. If you try it, let me know. Okay, if you have any other tips or tricks that you want to share, I would gladly love to hear them. If you've done any other type of meat, so I've definitely done, like with pasta, I've done it all. I've done chicken, beef, steak, pork, ground beef, ground sausage. I mean, you can be so creative, so creative. Okay, so if you know anybody else that would love to come cook with us, like and subscribe and share.